Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are staying at home, staying safe and not going out because of the coronavirus happening worldwide. I know it's a difficult situation for every one of us, but I'm sure together we will sail through this. So today's video is about the Faces Canada Ultime Pro HD foundation. I don't see a lot of videos online for this foundation, so I decided to do a video on this. So if you're interested, just keep watching. So today I'm going to be talking about the Faces Canada Ultime Pro HD foundation, which I've recently purchased and I've been using it. This foundation retails for 1499 rupees, which is almost equal to 1500 INR. Can you hear the thunderstorm? It's pouring cats and dog outside. Okay, back to the video. So this foundation is pretty expensive foundation, but let's see the features of this. Talking about the packaging, this foundation comes in a cardboard like this case, and this is quite deceiving because when you see this kind of a box you think of a bigger packaging, but actually the bottle is just this much and the product inside is just 30 ml of product, so 1500 for 30 ml of a foundation. And this box, although looks very nice, chic and classy, the bottle is also made of glass. The cap is rose gold color plastic, and it comes with a pump, which is a very good feature of any foundation that I think. Let me first read out what the brand has to claim. For the expert professional on beauty, a dazzling foundation that doubles as a platform to shine. Handpicked ingredient comes together in a revitalizing blend, which when applied don't just enhance the natural glow of your skin but nourishes the layers below it. Infused with anti-aging properties of organic red orange extract and the radiance of gold particles, this bespoke water-free formulation turns every street you walk into a runaway. Benefits: buildable high coverage, hides imperfection and corrects uneven skin tone, which is actually a function of a foundation. 40% of the formula infused with 100% organic certified red orange extract. Improves skin texture, imparts natural freshness and luminosity to any skin type. Now let me tell you what all it is free of. It doesn't have parabens, it's free of mineral oils, it doesn't have nano ingredients, which I don't know what that is, and OGM, again not sure what that is. It's formulated in Italy. The best thing about this brand, which I like, is that it's cruelty free. Okay, and like they've said, citrus sinus, which is orange fruit water, is the first ingredient in this foundation, which means a lot, which says a lot about this foundation. It does have silicone in this in the form of methicone, and there is gold. The gold thing is mentioned in the ingredient list, so there is gold, and there is glycol, there's mica as well. That's about the features and the brand claim. So quickly let's go over all the features that I think are in this product. Okay, first of all, when I used this product, this foundation came across to me as a very hydrating formulation, and I was very scared you know, when I started using it, that the first time I applied it, I felt like in a couple of hours my face will become like a oily French fries but it didn't happen like that. Maybe it took me about 30 to 45 minutes for the foundation to set, and once it was set, it was oil free. It did not control oil, but it did not create excess of oil. I'm going to do a wear test of this and see how much I got out of this foundation. Faces Canada Ultime Pro HD foundation to test. I am wearing it right now. I've just put it on. It's 12:30 right now. I'm not wearing any primer. I'm not wearing any powder. I want to see how it performs on my skin. How much oil do I get on my skin without any primer or powder application through the day. And I'm just sitting and chilling at my home. I don't have anywhere to go. As far as air conditioning is concerned, I sometimes use, and sometimes I would just be sitting in a fan. And the weather here is humid and hot. And I'm checking in again. It's 4 o'clock right now, and I took a nap. I've eaten and I slept on the pillow. It did not transfer. I was expecting this to transfer because initially when I had just applied the foundation and without any powder, it did transfer on my hand. So because of it being a hydration foundation, I was from within expecting that this will transfer to clothes and will, you know, get on to other things. But I'm very pleasantly amazed that after the foundation sets in, it is not that oily as I thought. It is not patching up, and it just becomes your skin. Cannot feel the foundation at all. I don't have any oily patches so far. So for wearing this foundation for 4 hours, my foundation was intact and everything was okay. Actually, the foundation disappeared after some time, after a few hours. So I felt like there's no need for me to take a clip. So basically this foundation would last you for about 6 hours. So it's not a very long wearing option. Let me talk about the formula first. The formula is not a mousse. It's not runny. It's thick, as you can see here. But not very thick like a mousse, but it's not very runny, it's not watery like the NARS. It's not very thick also. The consistency, I would say, is very close to a lotion. In fact, the formulation, the entire foundation feels like you're applying lotion on your skin, which is tinted and which is which is going to even your skin and, you know, hide your imperfections. So the moment I applied this foundation, I could see, you know, I'm wearing it right now, by the way. I could see this foundation has a shine on the face, and this does, I'm not sure of the gold particle it says in the ingredient, but it does have that glow from within kind of effect. Now the problem is when you have an aging skin, or if you have textured skin, the texture gets enhanced by this foundation unless you're wearing a very good pore filling primer or mattifying primer. This foundation can really enhance the pores and the texture in your skin. I noticed there was a slight oxidization after wearing this foundation. Like after you apply this foundation, within 30 to 45 minutes, you see it becoming slightly darker in the shade. So that is to be noted when you're buying your foundation. Speaking of foundation shade, I bought this online and I had a great difficulty finding this, finding a correct match for me, simply because the foundation shade names are very generic. So like I don't see any warm shade, neutral shade, or they don't talk about the tone. But luckily this foundation was a close match to my skin, and it was slightly darker for my skin, but I think a darker option is always better than a lighter option. By the way, the one that I'm using is Sand 04. So you see, sand doesn't make any sense. It tells me that it's a brown shade, but is it warm? Is it yellow tone? Is it pink toned? It doesn't talk about that. So talking about the coverage, this foundation gives a sheer coverage, but it is buildable, but it's definitely not a full coverage foundation. The application of this foundation I felt was very easy. You could use a sponge, you could use a brush, you could just use your fingers. I really enjoyed using this foundation with my fingers. It feels like lotion. This foundation reminds me of the INNISFREE My foundation. It is similar to that, quite hydrating. The finish of the foundation is quite skin-like and natural. Also, it is very lightweight, so after some time you forget that you're wearing makeup. Now quickly, let's talk about the pros and cons and decide if it is a good buy or not. Let's talk about the pros first. I feel the foundation has a good potential because it has good ingredient, very good intention behind making this foundation, which also makes the price of the foundation quite high, which is also again a pro as well as a con. When the product is higher price, it also means the quality of the product is slightly increased. So that's number one. The second thing is, I feel like the dry skin people would really enjoy this foundation because it is quite hydrating foundation. It will not make your skin dry, it will not cling to dry patches. It does have a very smooth application. The next is the pump, which is a very good feature in terms of foundation, which I really look for in a foundation. Now let's talk about the cons. The very first con that I feel is the price, which is quite expensive, but again it's how you see it, because you are getting good quality ingredients in this foundation. The number one ingredient is an orange extract, which says a lot about the product. The second thing is the packaging of the foundation makes it slightly difficult to carry around. It's a glass bottle, which also makes it very heavy. Now the next thing that I feel which is a con is, if you have textured skin, if you have aging skin, if you have oily skin, this foundation is clearly not meant for you. Okay, Faces Canada also has very good quality lipsticks recently launched. I've done a full video on the Faces Canada Belle Deluxe Jewel Cut lipstick. You can go ahead and watch that. Now that we've covered the pros and cons of the foundation, I want to tell you if I will repurchase this foundation. What do I really think about this foundation? As far as I'm concerned, I will not be buying this foundation again. First of all, I have aging skin and I do have texture on my skin. If I'm going for a no makeup look, I would rather go with a concealer than a natural looking foundation, because I did feel the foundation enhanced my pores quite a bit because of the light reflecting gold particles in it. Because it is hydrating and because it is reflective in nature, it did emphasize it. I want something like really make my skin look tight and smooth. So who do I think who can buy this product and can really enjoy it? So if you're young, first of all, if you have flawless skin, if you have no texture on your skin, and it is winters, and if you have dry skin, then this foundation is meant for you. You will really enjoy using this. I would say the young girls, college going girls, would enjoy using this foundation for everyday purpose because it's very easy to apply. You can't go wrong with the application, you know what I mean? There's no white cast. The shades are quite suited for Indian skin, and the look and finish is quite natural, so it's very good for young girls, college going students, and especially for people who have dry skin. This will really be your foundation if you go for this. And for winter makeup, you can really enjoy using this foundation for everyday purpose. So that was it about the Faces Canada Ultime Pro foundation. I hope this was useful. If you've been using this foundation, do let me know in the comment section how you feel about it, or did I miss any points over there? Yeah, so also if you want to know what I'm wearing, head over to my Instagram. Fuck.